This is a second stimulus check update for August 1st. I'm also going over the current rental assistance programs later on in the video. So where do we stand with a second stimulus check? What's going on is the Republicans and Democrats are negotiating in terms of direct payment, a stimulus check. Republicans and Democrats pretty much agreed on $1,200 per person. The only difference there is for the dependents. Democrats want $1,200, Republicans want $500, with some other minor details. The good news here is that we will get, most likely, a $1,200 stimulus check. The bad news, it's a little on the low side, a little stingy. I wish it could have been more for the American people. These negotiations between the Republicans and Democrats is mainly between four people. It's going to be Mark Meadows and Steve Mnuchin for the Republicans, and then Charles Schumer and Nancy Pelosi for the Democrats. Basically, they are duking it out, constantly bickering back and forth. It's a lot of political banter that I do not like at all. This past week, these four negotiators have met numerous times in person to try to come up with some type of negotiation to pass for the American people, but unfortunately, there has been no progress made. Information we do know is that an aide who wasn't supposed to talk about it did talk about it under the condition of anonymity, and said that Pelosi rejected a 4-month extension of unemployment benefits that would give $400 per week, among other topics too of negotiation that they rejected. And basically, to remind you of how the unemployment assistance worked, the Democrats just wanted to keep it at $600 per week, because at the time of filming this video, it is expired. People are not getting their $600 per week. The Republicans, they want $200 per week for the first 2 months, or at least until September, and then 70% of a person's wages. $400 per week, I think, is a fair middle ground, but that was rejected. There was also an attempt to extend unemployment benefits of the $600 per week for an extra week, and Pelosi rejected that as well. And as a result of these failed negotiation attempts, each of these negotiators have blamed the other ones for not doing a good enough job or blocking. It's basically a game of tit for tat. So these negotiators, these four people, they are responsible for providing aid to millions of struggling Americans, and they're doing a horrible job at it. They really just need to get it done. In my opinion, these four politicians in charge of negotiating are more concerned about getting more power or re-election. If they actually cared about the American people, then they would have gotten something done and helped out the Americans already. But 3 out of the 4 of them are multi-millionaires. Therefore, they're not feeling the hunger of millions of Americans. They're not feeling the fear and stress of losing their home with being evicted. So far, the way negotiations are going, it seems like it's just about pride and ego, and after these negotiations, they high-five their colleagues saying, yeah, we really stuck it to that other party. Then yesterday, President Trump tweeted the Democrats are holding back the $1,200 to $3,400 family of 4 checks that were ready to be sent out. Now, this isn't entirely true. The reason why is because, according to Mitch McConnell, he also said yesterday that I think there are 15 to 20 of my guys that are not going to vote for anything. What he's referring to is that many Republicans have publicly said that they don't even want a single dollar for stimulus checks. They don't want a single dollar for unemployment. And those are the people, even if the Republicans and Democrats come to an agreement today, many Republicans will vote against it if it has a stimulus check or unemployment assistance. And unfortunately, while these political games continue, 43 million Americans are now at risk of eviction because the eviction moratorium expired last week for federally backed housing, which accounts for more than 12 million households. This is in addition to the around 30 million Americans in private households who are being faced eviction as well. In my opinion, I think they need to pass an emergency stimulus package right now, immediately, for stimulus checks, unemployment assistance, and eviction moratoriums. Without those 3 things, we're going to have homeless Americans, we're going to have people who are not able to provide for their families, who are relying on their unemployment assistance, and if nothing is done, millions of Americans are going to go homeless. I know this isn't the stimulus news that you want to hear, but I want to provide you with the truth so that you are well informed of what's going on. And if you appreciate the time, energy, and research that went into making this video, please hit the like button down below so that YouTube will share this video with more people. Now let's talk about timeline. So these past 2 weeks were the only 2 weeks that the House and Senate were in session to get something done. The reason why this is so important is because in order for the stimulus package to pass or any bill to become a law, the Senate needs to vote on it, House needs to vote on it, then the President signs it. Now, the House is supposed to go on vacation this upcoming week, but a lot of them said that they're willing to stay and work out the details until something happens. The Senate will be in session, although they did leave early for the weekend this past week, which makes no sense at all. Then the following week, they are on vacation for pretty much an entire month and aren't coming back the second week in September. If they don't stay and they don't get anything done and they actually go on vacation, they just need to all be voted out. Next, I'll go over the current rental assistance programs, but first, just want to let you know that I am giving more cash to subscribers. There's more details down in the description below. Also, for rental assistance, I put together this this spreadsheet where every time I find some new rental assistance programs, I update it. If you want this, completely free, down in the description below as well. First comment comes from Jack Flores. It's a rental assistance in South Houston, Texas. So yeah, Mayor Turner just announced that there's going to be a $19 million rental assistance program, and this is going to be for Houston. If you want me to look up your place of residence, put that down in the comments below, and I might feature it in a future video. Next, Carlos McDonald is the rental assistance in Illinois. Yes, so there is in Illinois as well. So there's a program that is offering $5,000 grants for emergency rental assistance in Illinois who are unable to pay their rent. Next comment comes from Renee Cast. Is there rental assistance in Colorado? Yes, so Colorado is offering $23 million in rental assistance, and it's going directly to the property owners, not to the tenants. Also, I just want to mention, if a rental assistance program isn't on that spreadsheet or not in the video that I mentioned, it may be because it does not exist yet, or I just didn't come across it yet. So I highly recommend checking your own county, city, state, town to see if they are offering a rental assistance program. So another one that I came across while I was researching is Maine is going to offer $5 million in rental assistance, and the tenants could get $1,000 per month for up to 3 months. Also, when it comes to hazard pay, I just saw that Connecticut is starting to have a hazard pay program for frontline workers. So they are offering workers an extra 7.5% increase in hazard pay. And I really hope that more hospitals or more states and counties offer hazard pay for essential workers. And if you're looking for another free money opportunity, if you sign up through Webull over here, you get a free stock. If you put $100 in the account, you get a second free stock. If you want a third free stock, you could sign up through Robinhood. And if you want to learn how to use Robinhood, I do a step-by-step tutorial in this video over here on my second channel, Why Cent. Open the app, I'll show you the exact process of how to search for a stock, buy the app. It's all done in this video over here. You could watch that now. Or if you want second stimulus check updates, you could click this playlist down over here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.